Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season and that you'll enjoy what remains of it. Today, I have with me the energy of the Ascended who wanted to share their insights so that you might become liberated on why you are being deliberately kept in fear, why you are being deliberately kept in fear. And good morning and happy holidays and beautiful upcoming new year. One of the things that I want you to all consider here is the realization that you are in a condition of this world that keeps you in a state of fear. You are. That a lot of what we're experiencing around what's coming in October in 2024, there's been a lot of fearful and scary things being perpetuated online about 2024, global planetary reset, economic collapse. And all of these things are simply mechanisms to keep you in fear. That's what's going on here. Everything that is occurring right now is designed to keep you in a state of fear. They're going to get into this in a couple of minutes about why this is. We'll wait a few minutes for people to come on board before we get started with this session. But you are being deliberately kept in fear. You just have to turn on a television or watch a movie, or listen to your friends talk about movies and the things they're observing. Yes, we are certainly in a state that is not conducive to what you would really want to experience. We have been blessed with a wealth of knowledge and information through this manifestation you call the internet. We've been this great blessing where we have at our fingertips all knowledge, all human information gathered together in a single place, both that which is true and that which is not true. Good morning. Hi, guys. Good to see you here. We are in for the difficulties we're in for, not because of what we are as a species, not because we are a species born in sin. That crap can be thrown out the door, they tell me. This idea that you are born in sin is a foundational concept provided to your species to keep you in a consciousness already designed to imply that there's something fundamentally and functionally wrong with you as an individual, as a collective species. And they keep telling me the same thing. There's nothing wrong with you. They keep saying to me, it's important you understand that as a soul here to inhabit the experience of physicality, that you have a great opportunity to understand creation like few other creatures on this planet can. I watch people that come in for readings and they want to know what their purpose is. They want to know how to end their suffering and fear. And without exception, every single time someone comes in for a reading, they come out with an understanding of themselves that they could not get from the world. They can't get it from the educational systems. You can't get it from the medical system. You can't get it from the psychological and other systems of government manufacture. You can't. But without exception, people come out with a deeper understanding of who they are and how to begin at least the process of governing their life in a way that's in harmony with your true nature. Not the nature you've been given by religion, which says that fundamentally you're flawed. Not the perception you've been given about yourself by the government that says that you're just a servant and a slave to somebody else's wishes and wills. No, you come out with an understanding that you are a sentient being, a creating intelligence, capable of manifesting conditions that you are able to produce with an understanding of how creation works. That is, what is your body really? What is your mind really? And what are you and this substance that you have access to called emotion? If you do not understand these things, then you are easily corralled into the fear that you are deliberately being kept in. They keep your attention on fundamental ideas that are not true to your nature of what you are. You are a soul, a spirit of universal light. And on every avenue of self-exploration that you've been attempting to pursue, the realm of the invisible, the realm of the spiritual, the realm of the divine, the realm of mind, the realm of energy, the realm of body. In all of these areas, your existing so-called authorities keep you away from the truth. And they tell you that your body is the sole locus of your identity, and you find yourself confused and uncertain, not because that's your nature. Your nature is not to be confused. Your nature is to be clear, intelligent, awake, aware, creative, not fearful, not doubtful, not depressed, and not anxious. These are functions of fear, but functions of creativity, curiosity, imaginings. That is your imagination applied in the function of energetic creation. That is, you combine imaginings with emotion and you have a product called creation. And so you are being kept in fear because those that understand what we are saying to you now believe that they should have it all to themselves, which is impossible because it is everyone's. This cycle of fear, this process of keeping you in this place is coming to an end. And that is catastrophic for those that keep you in fear. The catastrophe is they recognize that their machinations of fear are faltering and failing. As you can see, the blatant destruction perpetuated by them, all in the name of their God of fear. And then telling you that you are the problem. You are born as a problem. This silliness of sin. There is nothing fundamentally wrong with what you are, but there is something fundamentally wrong with what you've been given to believe you are by these that have positioned themselves in positions of authority over you and your children for generations past, and they aspire to make it generations to come, which is why they want your children much younger than they have been taking them. But understand that you can break out of the illusion of fear that's being perpetuated on you by pulling your attention away from the very machinations that keep you in fear. And is that not a delightful possibility that you can consider? That you can be completely free of unnecessary fear. There is the uncertainties that come with learning. And then there's the fear that's being propagated, that you should fear this and you should fear that, and fear the sun and the moon and the stars and the air, which are all utterly ridiculous. But then there's the truth that you are a function of creation, a function of love, a function of incredible imagination. And they keep you in fear by giving you the very things that they know will keep you in fear. Entertainment, they call it, that you sit in front of a box and your mind is taken from you. You give it willingly, whether you know you are doing it or not. As you are doing that with us right now, you are giving your attention to us willingly. The difference is we are not going to propagate fear. We're not going to fill the screen with death and destruction. We are not going to tell you to not trust your neighbors and your children even. We will say, no, love is the way for you. Love is the way for you. To pull your attention away from those machinations, the entertainment, the systems where they keep you attacking one another. Meticulously, they have planned this quite meticulously to create one religion and another religion and another religion and another religion, different belief systems that have subtle differences in them, enough to give you the illusion that somehow there might be a unity in all this, but more so elements of division that pit you, Muslim against Jew, Christian against Muslim, black against white, functions of philosophical belief that in their roots are designed to keep you mistrusting one another by such ridiculous notions as skin color, that you must understand that you are a family of beings that came to experience the process of creation here. It is why you are here, to experience what would occur in union with each other, what would occur in union with each other, and your systems of leadership, of religion, of government, these systems of business that function primarily on your need and your want, all the while keeping you away from the fact that you yourself can be intimately connected to what you need and want if you are not distracted from it. And so they keep you distracted from who you are by sensation, especially sensation. They use sensation against you very well. They use religion against you very well, systems of belief that place you one against the other. And we are here to say that time is coming to a close. These systems cannot stand, as a lie is like quicksand, into which those who stand shall sink. And truth is the ground solid under your feet, upon which you can walk with dignity and consciousness and compassion and creativity. And we hear many comments and questions about some of you that are depressed and anxious and fearful. And this is not of your choosing, but it is what you have accepted. For none of you in your true mind would ever choose to be afraid or choose to be depressed or choose. None of you would choose this. It has been given to you to be in the illusion that you are somehow in this for some unknown reason. And even your systems of mental healing perpetuate the illusionary lie that somehow, somewhere from your past, you know not where, they know not where, they will get you looking in circles and running around in your mind, and looking for the cause, and the cause is simply distraction. It is simply distraction. We did not come here to do anything other to bring you back to this realization of yourself. The beautiful you that you are, the shell that you live in, that physical form you hear these vibrations of words through. It does not matter what skin color you have. It does not matter what religion you are part of. Each and every one of you can equally hear these words. You can hear them from what you've been told to hear them through, or you can hear them from your heart, from that place inside you that knows truth, that knows when something is right, not simply because you are being told it is right. But within you is a knowing place that you can say, wait, why do they want me to fight my brother? That is wrong. To harm another is wrong. There is a knowing place in all of you that knows what is right and what is wrong, but you've been distracted from that on foundations that there is something fundamentally wrong with you. Even at birth, they tell you that you were born into sin, the greatest and most evil of foundations to place in the hearts and minds of those that would raise you up. And all of your so-called great religions loan themselves in some form or another to perpetuate the lie that there is something wrong with you. And these different perspectives of religious ideologies keep you separate from this process of unified creation together. It's not enough to say, let's get together. You must understand why and for what reason you need to get together. And why and for what reason are you being kept separate by these machinations of religion, politics, and even the mechanisms of sciences, which were designed to empower you with a deeper, more profound and intimate understanding of creation, are used as mechanisms to keep you in fear. They're so-called sciences of healing. We would not call them sciences of healing. We call them sciences of dis-ease. That say there are problems in your body that you cannot do something about, but your body is an instrument of your divinity. It is an instrument of your divinity, over which you have far greater authority to heal your own mind and spirit if you understand what your mind is, what your body is, what your emotions are. Simple, fundamental understandings that will liberate you from this divisiveness which perpetuates the fearfulness. There's not one of your systems of entertainment that is propagating the function of love. There's very few of your forms of entertainment propagating how noble and powerful a creator you are, that you can create from love and not from ego. Where are all of those things that teach you that to awaken to your true nature is to awaken to love? And that the creation and powers of love are significantly different than the creations and powers of fear. And so they keep you in fear because they know that you are far more powerful than they could even collectively hope to be if you were to awaken, to no longer be distracted by sensation. Why do you think all of these substances are being given to your bodies? Why do you think they made it so readily available for you to get access to these things you call mind-altering systems of chemistry? And why do you think they have allowed this now to offer you substances that would disembody you from your physical form? Did you know that? Did you know that the substance that you call alcohol disembodies you from your physical form? And they made this readily available to you. And what about these substances, these manufactured things that they're great machinations, of which you paid for everything they are doing to you, you are paying for. Everything that they are doing to you, you are paying for. You are paying for your own destruction and demise because they have seduced you with sensation. They've seduced you with greed. They've seduced you with fear. But sensation is the greatest distraction they provide for you, the fascination of senses that they've given you, that you can drink this or consume that, and you will feel a certain way and your problems will be gone. And yet you can see the results of such a system of thinking. But to their advantage, this is all being orchestrated. Now let us address this so-called fearful statement about the coming year. This coming year is going to be the most profound and beautiful and incredible that your civilization may experience. If you're able to awaken yourself sufficiently from the sleep and seductions of the senses and the fears that they've propagated into your mind. If you can awaken to the function of your own creative abilities, you can begin a process of liberation. And so you are all seeking relief. You must understand that what you think, what you hold on to in this moment, perpetuates a creation. And that in any moment you may choose what is in your thinking mind and perpetuate a creation. As they utilize the machinations of sensation and entertainment to keep you entrapped and ensnared in your fear, in your depression, in your anxiety, in your fear of the future, which is what anxiety is. Anxiety is a fear of the future. Depression is your sadness connected to the belief that somehow you are less than you are because something occurred in your past that you cannot change. And these two polar opposite states of perception of the future and the past keep you distracted from where your real power is in this present moment. And they are the ones that are fearful. So the things that are being done to you, they themselves hold in their own hearts. So they build their great bunkers and their great underground cities that span continents, believing that they are safe in the bowels of a mountain. And nothing can be further from the truth. For what you shall sow, you shall reap. There is no escaping the effects of your own causing. Not one creative intelligence upon this planet or across the spans of many planets and dimensions. The laws of creation are very precise and very specific in their outcome. And in any moment, your errors in creation can be released. That is, you can be in error of creation. And in that process, you can correct error and produce what you call the phenomena of miracles. Corrections and perception can produce the phenomena of miracles. We know that you have a very profound and special year of manifestation, potentially, all of you. But you must learn to pull yourself away from the seductions of fear and sensation that you are being meticulously and deliberately kept into, corralled into these states of non-productivity, these states of fear, these states of stupor, these states of depression and anxiety propagated on you by systems of thought, systems of politics, systems of religion that divide you one from another. And so this year, the energies are available to each and every one of you to make this shift in perception to pull your attention away from the distractions that they are providing you with, their so-called entertainment, their so-called religions, to pull yourself back to what you are. What are you? And what are you? You are not that body. It is an instrument that we can easily demonstrate that follows our directions. You are not this collage of thoughts that swirl around in your mind that generate and stimulate emotions that may not serve you. You are not your thoughts. You are awareness. From the perspective of awareness, you can liberate yourself from the illusions of the distractions. When you become aware that, oh, this that they show me causes me to fear. This that they tell me causes me to fear. And they do tell you in all of your great religious systems that there's something fundamentally wrong with you. Every primary religion on your planet has that fundamental belief that you were born into some form of sin. What a wonderful foundation to place you upon, the idea that there's something fundamentally wrong with you, which we can say that is an absolute and outright lie. But it is a wonderful mechanism to gain a foothold over your consciousness and your attention, to have you believe that there's something wrong with you, and that then you will seek to find something to make you feel not wrong. And so you will look to the systems, the carrots that they place before you, that they can heal you and fix you and make you better. But we would say to you that the only true healer that can assist you is within you, and learning to make the clear distinctions between what you have as instruments of creation and what you are as a spiritual consciousness. To make the distinction places you into a position where you can begin to deliberately and meticulously re-articulate your natural function, not from a perspective of fear or need or want or greed, but from a place of awareness and understanding that certain ideas, certain actions are in alignment to a function of either fear or love. In your shift away from the perpetuated fear that's being bombarded into your senses from the systems that exist politically and socially around you, and all the subsystems they've created, the confusion they've even created around your sexualities, your biological functions, they've done a very good job of putting you one against the other, of misleading so many of you into ruthlessly attacking the very instrument of creation that you need in order to function in this physical dimension, to even get you to decide that your physical organism is somehow wrong or flawed. And we would say to you, you live in a physical organism that is unique in all of creation, spanning the infinite spectrum of existence, of consciousness. That you inhabit a form in this time as you hear these words that is profoundly unique. And many of you have not been guided to understand what that function of your consciousness is that makes you unique as a consciousness. Your body in and of itself is already unique. But many of you have minds fashioned by the world, by those that gain advantage and authority over you. You must understand, this year can be the most wondrous year for you if you understand what we are saying, to surrender the machinations, the mechanisms of fear that they surround you with, to substitute the need for sense pleasure for your creative capacity to learn to create. To understand that the function of healing your mind and your emotions is within your own power to do so. That there are simple mechanisms that you can learn, information and knowledge that you can acquire, that will equip your consciousness with the fundamental understanding and mechanisms by which you can liberate yourself from subjectivity to fear. Liberate yourself from subjectivity, from simply merely the sense of pleasure for pleasure's sake. But each and every one of you has it within you to do this. You need to simply acquire the knowledge and the wisdom to understand again who you are. And we will reiterate that you are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not that body, but these aspects of your consciousness are elements of creativity. And so they keep you in fear because it is to their advantage. And they keep you pitted one against the other because it is to their advantage. And many of you ask, are these humans? You would be very naive to believe that you are the only species existent in the realm of infinite creation. Infinite creation. And so, yes, there are those that are interfering. They understand your psychology equally as you need to. Your so-called governments, your so-called religions, manufactured and produced with an understanding of guiding you into a position of collective unconsciousness that leads you in a downward spiral towards unnecessary suffering. And yet now, in hearing these words, you have at your disposal at least the information to begin to consider that you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not who you've been told to think you are. And then the journey begins. Then who am I? Then the journey begins. If I am not what they've told me to think and believe, then who am I? And we would say to you, begin with the conception that you are a soul, a consciousness, a spirit of universal light that has come into an embodiment to understand and learn the function of creation, utilizing elements of various dimensions of energy, the physical energy, the energy of the non-physical, which you call emotion, the energy of the invisible realm of information or thought. That these elements of thought, of energy, of matter, that you are here to learn how to utilize these three functions of different degrees of consciousness to understand the process of creation. Do not fear what they tell you to fear. They tell you to fear God. God is not to be feared. They would tell you to even fear the very giver of life that causes your heart to beat at this moment. They would even tell you to fear that. Yes, they've done a very good job at keeping so many of you in fear, but you are now in the time of awakening, and we are here in great numbers, coming through many. And you will know the truth because you will feel free when the truth is experienced by you. It will set you free. The vibration of truth will set you free. You will not be freed by your governments. You will not be freed by your religions. You will not be freed by your sensations. You will be freed by the truth of what you are. And in that day, you are reborn again to awaken to what you are. Your great master Jesus speaks of this in great detail. Know thyself, that which you seek is within you, he says. Never has any great master or teacher ever said to fear your creator. They say, no, love thy God. Do not fear God, for there is no need to fear that which gives you life, is there? Why would someone want you to be afraid of that which gives you life? Why would someone want you to be afraid of the air that you breathe, of the sun that ennobles every life form upon this planet? So you are being deliberately and meticulously kept in this place of fear. And we say to you, in this coming year, restore yourself to what you are. Begin the process of differentiating yourself from the thinking mind that has been imposed into your senses. Awaken from the seduction of the senses. Begin to ennoble your physical form as a divine and holy temple. Begin to evaluate some thought. Bring in some thought that makes your mind a beautiful place to walk through, so that when you open your eyes in the morning, the thoughts that greet you are the thoughts that are pleasing to you. So please understand, we say this one more time, that there is a concerted effort to keep you in fear. That there is no great catastrophe coming in this upcoming year unless you continue to agree with the vibrations and offerings of fear. As the functions of fear are very precise in the conditions that they will produce in your physical experience, in your emotional energy, and in your mental realm of creation. It is time to awaken. You are, many of you, awakening now, beginning to remember that you are not who you've been told to think you are, but most importantly, the systems that they have created of government, the systems they've created of religion, the systems they've created that they call health. These systems are designed to keep you in fear and suffering. They are not designed to keep you in health and vitality, in clarity, in peace, in love with one another. They are designed to divide you. Most systems of entertainment are designed to divide you, to seed your mind with fear and doubt and uncertainty. And we say to you, return to yourself, return to the beautiful you that is you. The body is not the source of your being. Your mind is not the source of who you are. That is somewhere beyond mind and body, but you can sense and feel your own awareness, even as we speak the words, sense and feel your own awareness. Sense yourself as that which is independent of thought and memory and anticipation. Sense yourself as something separate from all that you know, and then you'll begin to experience the vibrational nature of what you truly are. To distinguish yourself from all that you know, to distinguish the unique awareness that you are from all that you know, body, mind, emotions. Then you'll begin to return home to the place of creation and your divinity. Wow. I'm so grateful. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm really grateful for all you guys. Merry season's greetings, everybody. And I hope you're enjoying the holidays. I hope you're enjoying what's happening. I want to say, take advantage. There's still like 3 or 4 more days left where you can book a reading with me at a 30% discount if you use the word enlightenment in the coupon. Use the word enlightenment. Sign up for our masterclasses. This discount will end on January the 1st. In our readings, I've had people come to me in readings that are in absolute despair. They think their life is nothing. And then the Ascended Masters speak to them, and their lives are literally transformed and changed in an hour, even in a half an hour. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to learn the function of creation. And they keep telling us that over and over and again. You came here to function as a creative intelligence, not just as a meat sack. Our master classes are designed, when they downloaded the master classes to us, it was quite a fascinating time in my life, because up to that point, my life was pretty much hit and miss from a personality standpoint. I was in a very different place than I am now. And they said, these you must teach. We will speak through you. We will teach through you. And this is what happens in our master classes. People, you come into the class and literally, we have 5 mediums that work in the program. And then I channel the Ascended Masters 3 times a week for up to 2 hours each night, where you get a message from the Ascended Masters and a lesson and a meditation that literally takes you to a place of transcendence. Our teachers will guide you along the process of resensitizing yourself to your energy, reconnecting to yourself as a spiritual entity. Learn to connect to different realms of information. The information that you're receiving from this 5 physical dimensional world of senses, it's not the only place you can get information from. You got Ascended Masters, you got guides, you got angels that can interact with you if you can shift your frequency enough to perceive them. Just the same way you can change your TV station from one station to another, you can change the radio from one station to another, you can change your perception to perceive different realms of information. And our 101 program is all about that. The Masterclass 101 is about awakening, beginning the process of remembering who you are. And when they gave us those classes and they said, this is what you're going to have to share, and we will work with you through this. And we watched this happen time and time again. Every class is different. It's unique. It's special. It's tailored to every individual's requirements. And this is what really blows my mind, is that every single person in our classes, without exception, has had their lives revolutionized. Go check out the testimonials on my website, williammichaelforbes.com/testimonials. There's hundreds of testimonials there of people who came through this program that the Ascended Masters gave us to teach. And it's set up in a very specific structure. Each class lasts about 3 weeks, runs from a Sunday to a Friday, and you get one live event every single day with a different instructor. And you'll gain functional experience with how to change the vibration of your body, how to alter the frequency of your emotions and your mind, how to let go of old emotions. It's our 102 Masterclass, which is considered our most popular, where people learn to liberate themselves from old emotions. All the while, throughout these courses, you're being guided with 5 different instructors, each with their own area of specialness and expertise in their field. Learning how to change what you eat so that your body gets restored to vitality and health. Learning how to operate your thinking mind differently than you ever have, because you can do that. You can literally change your own mind. You can literally learn to change your own mind in 3 weeks. And as they gave us these courses, we were really blown away ourselves as we watched how people's lives were altered, and just for the interaction with the Ascended Masters. Just with people learning to connect to their own guides and angels, their loved ones. We've had people connect to their loved ones. The illusion of death, death is considered one of the biggest fears we have, right? And the illusion of death is just that. It's the illusion of death. It really, really, really is. Anyway, my life was a very long and interesting process to go through. It was a place of, for a long time, my life was a place of despair, and turmoil and addiction and depression and suicide. I went through years of that. And when they started speaking to me, when they started talking to me, it completely changed things. And when I realized I'm not alone, when I actually had my first encounter with Master Jesus, consciously, where he's interacting with me energetically, it's pretty moving. And each of us has our own way of coming to the truth. But I'll tell you, these master classes will bring you there in the shortest possible time, with the least amount of effort, with the least cost possible to you. These master classes are as inexpensive, and you get way more value than you can ever imagine. And your life will be changed and revolutionized, literally, in a few short weeks. You will be a brand new you. You'll begin to know who you are again. You'll learn how to meditate. You'll learn how to change what you eat. You'll learn to connect energetically to beings of consciousness that will guide you and assist you. Of course, religious dogma has created, of course, be afraid of the spirit world. What do you mean be afraid of the spirit world? What do you think Jesus speaks to? He speaks to God. He speaks to the spirit world. Elijah, Moses, Buddha, Yogananda, Joan of Arc. No, they've created systems for us to be afraid of anything that could help us. And I'm saying you don't have to be afraid, and you don't have to suffer anymore. Go sign up, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. Use the coupon code Enlightenment and get 30% off. These courses are already extremely cheap for what you're getting over a 3-week period. An hour of live events every day. 2 on Monday, 2 on Wednesday, 2 hours on Friday. The events are all recorded. Every event is recorded and placed upon a private group wall where students can easily, according to their schedules, review any of the lessons. If you can't make a particular time, you can always, always catch the replays. They're available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week while the course is operating. And it can't be made any easier than this. And anyway, I sign up, end your suffering, get away from the matrix of fear that you've been kept in most of your lives. Liberate yourself from your unnecessary suffering, because suffering is unnecessary. I love that quote from Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now. Suffering is only necessary until it is not. And now it is not necessary. You have at your fingertips right now the chance to go sign up for a course that can help you end your suffering. Don't miss this opportunity. Go sign up. Really important. We have a wonderful time being able to bring this work to you guys. And I'm honored and privileged because I'm literally a vehicle. I let the Ascended Masters channel through me. I'm not that special. I'm not that amazing a person. I'm just able to let these masters communicate through me. And so what you're getting through me is literally coming from them. Anyway, I highly encourage you, sign up. At the very least, book a reading with me. You got 4 or 5 more days before this special ends. And I want you to be happy, because you do not come here to suffer. You came here to learn to create. I was down on the beach the other day, and I was watching a father and his daughter build this giant sandcastle. And the girl had started off by herself. She was pouring little buckets of sand and building it up. And then the father jumped in and started to help her. And they created this sandcastle that reached about 3.5 feet high off the soil as the waves began to get closer and closer and closer to it, right? And I watched as the daughter delighted in the creation that the two of them were building. They were building this creation together. And the excitement on her eyes, and the way she would, when her dad would put a new piece here, or she would jump with delight. They were jumping up and down with delight. And that's how we should all be in creation. When we know we are creating what we are creating, when you know you can create what you want to create, there's joy like a child. Why do you think Jesus says, "Be ye, therefore, like a little child"? It means being connected to your source of creation and then enacting creation in your life. So this coming year is going to be an amazing year for humanity, because we all have the opportunity, literally, we all have the opportunity now to liberate ourselves from our past, to liberate ourselves from suffering. And I'm truly grateful and honored that I get to do this with you guys 4 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. For those of you that are new, I'm channeling a group called the Ascended today. And the message is a little bit early, but they keep coming through with little bits here and there. And the bottom line with all of these beings that are coming to us at this time is the same thing. We must learn to restore our function of love. and surrender our function to fear. You must. So please take advantage of this holiday special. Don't waste another moment of your time. Go to williammichaelforbes.com. Sign up for the courses. Book a reading. It will change your life, and your life needs change. And I want to wish you all much love and say thank you so much for coming out today. I did see a super chat that I think I have to answer. And anytime you want to, just no way I can get to all the questions today. There's just so many. So I got to thank you for that super chat, JJGG. She said, I asked my body what it needs, and in meditation last night, I saw garlic. And in my dream, I saw cucumber, aloe vera, and ginger. I'm working on increasing water intake and sending love to my body. Please help. Okay, so they're telling me that what you're needing, yeah. You also want to incorporate some sunshine into that. If you can get at least 20 minutes of sunshine, they say you have to combine light. Your body needs light. Your body needs light. It's funny how they have even taught you to be afraid of the sun. So many people have been taught to be afraid of the sun. If you've got a question, I've also got my cell phone here at any time. You can use PayPal, the link on my PayPal account, and you can ask single questions while we're live because there's just no way we can get them. I may have to go in a short minute or two. Anyway, yes. Should we take the course in order? 104 is first. Yeah, you can take the 104. It's an advanced program, but it will give you the functions of at least experiencing your awakening in a different way. You can take any course in any order that you need to. If you feel drawn to the 104, then take the 104. If you take them all. I mean, the reality is there is a sequence in which they're set up, but either one of these courses will move you from a state of fear closer to a state of love. So please don't hesitate. Take it. Don't waste the time. Does God hate everyone because we are all sinners, or do feel that sin was created for fear? Exactly. That's the truth there, Riley. The concept of sin was created by those in positions of authority who knew that if you are kept in fear, you cannot create property, because fear keeps you in the body as a body, whereas love keeps you in your soul as a creator. So fear keeps you in the body, love keeps you in your soul, right? So anything that they'll do, and they created all these different religious systems, and they're positioning everybody to be in conflict. So anything that's going to cause you to fear or do harm to another is wrong. If thoughts and sensations aren't you, then what are we? Great question. If you take a few moments to be aware of your thoughts, just be aware of your thoughts, just observe them. Be aware of your emotions, be aware of your memories, just be aware of them. Just observe them for a few minutes. If you just observe your thoughts, if you observe your memories, if you observe your emotions, and you observe your body, just watch them. Then as you watch these things, then ask the question, who am I that is watching? What do you as the watcher feel like? Because as the watcher, you're not your thoughts, you're not your body, you're not your emotion, you have them. But as the awareness, what are you? How do you feel as awareness? Not as someone who is believing your body or believing your thoughts or believing. How do you feel as the awareness observing thought? How do you feel as awareness observing memory? How do you feel as awareness observing body? In the position of being aware or observant of these things, you'll begin to experience the vibration of what you are. Now, again, I'll be back on Friday to do the Friday Q&A with all of you. And I want you, each and every one of you, to really enjoy every moment. Go sign up for the Masterclasses, book a reading with me. Take advantage of the 30. Remember, when you do so, use the coupon code ENLIGHTENMENT before you go through the checkout. It'll give you an option to put in a coupon code. Use the coupon code ENLIGHTENMENT. You get a 30% discount off all the courses, all the classes, right up until January the 1st. Get them for your friends, get them for your family. If you know somebody who wants to end their suffering, get them involved, because you're literally dealing with the Ascended Masters. I want to wish you all much love, and I want to thank the Ascended for being present with us. I want to thank your questions and your answers. If you've got questions, you can still go to the Linktree link on my TikTok channel or under any of my YouTube videos, especially my most recent ones. Use the Linktree link. You can ask individual questions as well. If you don't want to book a whole reading, you can ask an individual question. And when we're live, if you've got a question or concern, you can use the super chat feature. You can use the Linktree link. But we do usually get to a lot more questions, but I do have a reading coming up in about 1.5 minutes from now. So I want to wish you all much, much love. And again, JJ, Gigi, love always wins out. I can't see that. Thank you. How do I book a reading? Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com/readings. That'll take you right to where you can book a reading time and day right from my calendar. And then that'll take you into the checkout. And again, use the code Enlightenment to get the 30% discount for the holiday season. And I want to wish all of you much, much love. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And I will see you guys on Friday. Bye for now.